How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to talk about...
Whoa. Time out. Ryan, what the hell are you doing in my chair?
What's your PR right now on deadlift, the most important exercise?
455.
That's...
Yeah, drive. You got it. Come on. Yeah, good job. Work, baby. Woo!
460.
Fuck you. And if we have to prove who the strongest Saiyan is here, I think we know it's Broly time. Sims the Saiyan here, accompanied by my good friend Ryan Kirkpatrick, the guy that got me into strongman training.
Huzzah!
What he said, a fellow powerlifter and strongman. I'm just a guy that likes just saying gear and pretty much eventually going to take the title of strongman. Today we are talking about deadlifts and conditioning and building strength for deadlifts, aka breaking that PR. Kirkpatrick,
So...
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you have won at least 2 or 3 powerlifting competitions.
Yep.
And you have competed in strongman. Now, we all know that in powerlifting that deadlifts is like this automatically going to be in there. What have you done personally to increase your PRs and condition yourself for both strongman and powerlifting training?
So,
for deadlifts.
The biggest thing for deadlifts that I've done is deficit deadlifts, which is where you stand on, like, say, a 25-pound plate, a 45-pound plate, a block of wood, whatever, to pretty much increase the range of motion that you're going to have for the deadlift. So I would generally do like an inch and an inch and a half, maybe stand on a 100-pound plate if your gym has them, and then just do your deadlifts like you normally would, except now you're at a greater disadvantage because you've got to carry that weight a further distance. The other thing that I've done is accommodating resistance, which is something that you hear preached about at Westside in powerlifting. It's accommodating resistance. You add bands or chains to the bar, and then as you go through the movement, the tension on the bar and the weight feel is going to change. So, like the other day when I did this, I only had 225 on the bar. But with the bands that I was standing on when I was pulling the deadlift, so the bands were wrapped around the bar and I was standing on them, by the time I got to that finished lockout position, it felt like I had over 365, maybe up to 400 pounds in my hand. And doing that combination, deficit to increase the range of motion and accommodating resistance so that way it changes the strength curve of the movement, are 2 things that are going to help you blow up your deadlift numbers.
One of the things I learned to do to break past my PR and to condition myself was that was my cat. Forgive us.
Cats
one
are
thing
assholes.
He is. One thing I actually did to break past my conditioning for deadlifts were rack pulls. I love rack pulls when it comes just for that sheer purpose. My idea was very simple. If I can rack pull a 500 pounds, this is theoretically speaking here because I haven't hit 500 yet. If I could rack pull 500 pounds 5 times, then on all ideal purposes, I should be able to deadlift 500 pounds one good time off the ground. It's a simple practice, but at the same time, it's very timely because once I get to a 500 pound rack pull and I wrap it for 5 reps. I'm tired as hell. Forgive me, guys. It's been a long week. But the idea is this: 3 sets by 5 of 500 pounds on a rack pull. I'm not deadlifting it that day. The following week, this is also including that nutrition is correct for that whole week. Sleep is in, protein is up, pre-workouts, everything is kicked in. Then
Sleep.
Exactly. Then I kick in and attempt to do a new PR on deadlifts. Another thing I learned actually from Brian of Never Stay, shout out to him, was the resistant bands that Ryan was talking about. But do them as good mornings. Good way to warm up, but it's also a good way to get the hamstrings activated and actually can help condition yourself for that. My favorite exercise for both squats and deadlifts to help get me do PRs, box jumps. Reason being, the hip movements, the activation of glutes and hamstrings when you're jumping. Sled drags or chain drags are really good for burning out your hamstrings, as they're a bitch to do, especially at any heavy weight that you would deem heavy. That's probably enough good, and it really has helped me with my deadlifts and stuff like that. One thing I'm stepping away from is getting too deep when I deadlift, because it activates my quads, which is great since I'm PRing in freaking squats, but it sucks because I haven't PR'd in fucking deadlifts. So I have to revamp my workout. I'm probably end up going to do Brian's workout that he posted in one of his videos on YouTube. But that's pretty much how me and him work with deadlifts. Again, I am not a personal trainer. I am not certified in shit. However, he is. So he is going to be one of many trainers that you'll see from time to time in one of these videos or on my Instagram. You've seen him around on my Instagram more than enough times.
Especially if you be creeping.
Exactly, and we know y'all be creeping. We know
back to
y'all
the days when we actually worked at the same gym.
Yes, that will always remain nameless at this website because I still work for them and I don't need them giving me shit about nothing. So,
I don't.
He doesn't. So that's how pretty much both me and him condition ourselves for both deadlifts. Deadlifts is pretty much one of the main exercises that in any form of strength training competition you do, you're going to eventually do it. Even in CrossFit, you will do some type of variation of deadlift. I don't know what type it's going to be, and I don't know how heavy it's going to fucking be, but deadlifts are in some corporation to CrossFit. And it definitely is in powerlifting. Strongman, I think in every strongman, I mean, I've only did 2 so far, but I think every strongman competition I've seen or partook in had some type of deadlift in it. There's just no way around. It's kind of like stones will be in almost every single strongman competition that you can rely to be 2 things: stones and deadlifts. It's just not an option. It's just not. There's no way. You might not have log press. You might not have axle press. But I guarantee you that a deadlift and a stone is going to be put in there. With that being said, don't be like my dumbass and assume that doing stones is anywhere the same as doing a deadlift. It's not. Yes, the idea of your arms holding straight and you pulling something up, it's totally different. But we'll do stones for a different day at a different time. Both me and Ryan are going to be at Never State this weekend. I plan to be there Saturday. Are you going to be there Saturday?
Yep.
So we'll probably be working on comp stuff. You'll see videos of us on our grams and things of that nature, and our Facebooks from Never State. So on and so forth with that. That's pretty much all I got for today. Anything you got for the people?
Lift.
Oh, there you go. And that's all I really need to know. See you guys later. Catch you on Valhalla and everywhere else. Sims is saying here, along with Ryan and Kirkpatrick. We're out.